Well, in true junkyard fashion, I just happen to have a piece of metal that used to be a base off of a display. Guess what? If it was a half inch bigger, it wouldn't have fit. So I get this thing cut out. I'm going to have me a nice base. If I can find another one, which I think I have, I think I can get, can't get two. Yeah, maybe. No, two won't fit side by side, but at least I got me a donor piece of metal. Make this thing airtight on the bottom so it doesn't get all that air drafting onto the pot. Then I'll be able to set my grate right there. We're going to have us a nice wood cook stove again. Well, that looks like it ought to fit. Just got to weld it up. Now it's a windy day today. I do have the start to the upgrade. I'm just test fitting it here before I weld it the rest of the way. And that's all it took. A little bit of tweaking. Nice and tight now, all the way around. It was a little warm yet, so it's giving me a little bit of fits because of that. As you can see, the grate fits right to the back, right up against the back. I think it's going to work great, just like a grate should. Well, I looked up the piece that was under that white metal, and guess what? Fits in there perfectly. Not enough room for too much to go wrong. I get rid of these wheels, though. That's what the cutting torch is good for. Now, I don't believe you could have more wrong with the wood stove, wood cook stove, than this. Now you're looking down inside the oven there. Oh, yeah. That ain't gonna work. But it is the building block for my rocket stove. I'm gonna make this thing cook again. Yes, I do feel like I need a tetanus shot to work on this thing. No, it doesn't need to be that thick to be a gap filler, but I had it. Got my rocket stove insert. That's going to make this thing cook again. Made it out of square tubing, 3.5 inch square tubing. Welded it up. Has an extra long up tube in it. That way I can put lots of big sticks in there and get this thing cooking a little bit quicker. Obviously then you use the lower chamber to feed it. Put it on simmer. I'm going to try this out anyway. Well, the back of the stove, I need a 31 inch wide by 20 inch tall donor piece of metal. And just happens to be I have a piece of flashing in a roll that happens to be 20 inches tall, and I'm sure I'll get 31 out of that. So we'll put that across the back to make it look nice. I wouldn't use galvanized if it was somewhere where it was going to get direct flame to it because of the possibility of poisoning from the galvanization. But this is just something more to hold it together now. All the fire is going to be down through the rocket stove here right in the center, and only one burner. So we'll be good. Okay, the tin flashing I put on the back makes it look $100 better. I'm gonna have to do something about making a door panel here. I could maybe use some flashing. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe some diamond steel. I think I threw the doors away. Well, I shouldn't say threw them away, I took them to recycle. Why I didn't throw this in, I thought I'd use it for a flower display, or some bark dust, and throw it out in the middle of it and let it melt down in the ground over the next year. It's pretty much there already, but we're resurrecting it and going to make us a rocket stove, and we're going to cook with it. Okay, I've got a challenge. I got a big coffee pot. That's how many cup? 20 cup, sorry, I can't read. 20 cup coffee pot. And I'm hoping this here is enough wood to bring it to a boil and actually make coffee. Have a piece of oak here just in case it's not quite enough. I'm going to see if that's enough to make the coffee boil. I should say it was about 650 when I put it on, 654 now. So it's still flaming up there. We'll see how long this takes. Started at 650. Of course, I don't want to roar as loud now, but as you can see, there is a flame inside there. I'll move the pot here just for a second. You can see there's a flame coming up from the center there. 656 now. See how this thing goes. Well, let me show you how you put a rocket stove on high. We're getting there, but as you see, the flame's just down on the bottom. I'm dropping some sticks vertically in there, and that'll get the flame licking right up to the top, lickety split. That's how I say I put it on high. If you want it on low, just to simmer or keep it warm, you keep the wood in, cooking in down there. Of course, every time you throw wood in, you get smoke, obviously, but we're outside. All's good. Now, this is what I mean by on high. Right now it's 7:09, so it's been almost 20 minutes. Getting a lot of flame up there. I do have plenty of wood left here yet. Of course, I've been dropping some down the center there to get it superheated. I expect some boiling it at any minute. You know, I'm no thermodynamics master at any point, but I flipped the grate upside down. I think I had too much air gap in between it. It was allowing a lot of flame just to escape. This way it puts it directly to the pot. I'm thinking that might have been my issue. I might need to just eliminate the grill that holds it up so high. Either that or just leave it that direction. That'll keep it up enough to let the air through. But I do have my sticks of wood here yet. So the challenge was to make it boil with this much wood, and we're 7:13 now, so we're 23 minutes into it, and I'm thinking this might get me going a little bit quicker. taking that air gap out in between. I'm thinking that could have been part of the problem. Well, it's 7:16. At 7:15, started to perk. So 25 minutes. I think getting that down lower to the flame has helped pick up some more BTUs out of it, not just let it escape. That is a 20 cup coffee maker. And I still have sticks of wood yet. I've been using this to push in the other pieces yet. And my piece of oak is still right there. I thought I might need it. Yeah, I'd say that's acceptable perk. I still have wood left here yet too. I just dropped a couple more sticks down the center there to get it really percolating. It's too late tonight. 7:21. Of course, I had it perking at 25 minutes, but regardless of all that, I think turning that around made a big difference. I could have probably had it going at 15 minutes, who knows. We'll have to try that tomorrow.